This man is the most notorious tycoon in history. Long in my though, even if the subordinates are crazy. Murder in the opposite bank. Gabriel was still smoking in front of the police chief. Then thank you for the delicious Vietnamese coffee. Then get up and leave. Even the special police have guns pointed at you. The old man is not worried. Get out of the way if you don't want to die. And then Gabriel went straight into the bank. They are surrounded by police on all sides. Turns out the old man's men took a lot of hostages. Every hostage. They're all tied up with a 20-kilogram fog bomb. They just leave the bank. The bomb will explode immediately. To prove what I say is true, Gabriel has ordered his men, take a hostage out the door. The police chief said, the criminals are just playing psychics to lose $10 billion. It's in the bank. And those bombs are Robert's. Person in charge of negotiation. I tried to tell my boss to be careful because this is no joke. However, he didn't immediately order the sniper on high shooting destroy the robber, even when rescued by the police. Female hostage panicked. I want to run into the bank. Not expected. The threat that boss Gabriel said was true. The terrible explosion, creating a powerful shockwave, blew up all the cops standing nearby. In a moment, around the bank has become hell on earth. So, the robbers managed to get 10 billion kyo, or you'll have to sit your ass in jail. Please invite the whole family to watch this wonderful movie. Dramatic. 4 days ago, hacker top Finland, a man named Marco entered long in my though for using a fake passport. So, he was taken to FBI headquarters to interrogate, but Marco wouldn't answer anything. Captain Robert had to take the hotline and broke one of his hands. If you lose a hand, then he won't be able to type on the keyboard. The hacker was terrified. Tell Robert who hired me. But right now somebody's calling you Black Rock. Take the call from the police chief. I couldn't believe it was a trap. As soon as Robert walked out, the two assassins managed to get into the interrogation room. They killed directly. Marco and his lawyer are trying to cover up until Robert felt that something was wrong. Hurry back, it's too late. Turns out the hacker, at the invitation of Gabriel, for fear of his plans being exposed after Marco's arrest, so the boss sent someone to kill him. But at Sal the two assassins could easily blend into the FBI's headquarters like that. So Gabriel's CA is a senator. So, it's not that difficult. Because the Finnish hacker was dating Cho. So Gabriel sent his secretary Jinger to find Stelly, another notorious hacker before that, due to dissatisfaction about the government monitoring people's emails. So Stelly hacked into the FBI database to destroy the entire system. Results for times of blood action. More than this brain blood. You have to schedule more than 2 years. During that time period, your wife married an adult film director, and she forbade me to see my daughter. Sally was very angry. I can't do anything because I'm poor. He's on probation in Texas. To know that, so Ginger gave me $100,000. Hire a lawyer to get custody. So Stelly agreed to join the gang, led by boss Gabriel. Just met. Old man asked Stelly to crack the Defense Department's security. It's a test. Others take at least an hour. But Gabriel forced Stelly to finish in 60 seconds. If it doesn't work, then your coconut shell will puncture a pretty hole. To increase the difficulty, Gabriel sent a hot girl. Helped Stelly lubricate the claw. Just broke the security lock. Just under enormous psychological pressure. But the hacker, he finished the job at 59 seconds. The old man was very pleased with Stelly. But you blamed Jinger for fooling you. She said that. I think $100,000 that can win custody. Or Sal, your wife's new husband, is a very rich man. If you want your daughter by your side, you have to work with us. So Stelly went back and asked Gabriel what he wanted me to do. The old man took me to a room filled with computers. You have to create a virus to break the system, the bank's security system. If successful, Stelly will be awarded this $10 money million is enough to help you get custody and live the rest of my life. That's why I agreed. The next day, Stelly drove Ginger's car to school to meet my daughter. I told Holly that I found a way to help my parents get back together. Finished listening. She was excited and hoped that day would come true. He drove Holly to his father's house. When a cop suddenly jumps into your car, turn around, Captain. Robert and his partner are staring at the back. Turns out the black guy found out. Stelly left the local and went to Long Island without the permission of the government. If you get caught, you're going to have to go to the stone house. So Stelly ran away and jumped off a broken slope escapes, but the police are still chasing it. Stelly was still chained up by them. Robert interrogated you for coming to this place. Didn't he say anything related to the old man? I told him I missed you so much that I came here because there's no evidence of a charge. Robert had to give me a day to return to Texas. Back to the hotel, Stelly saw Jinger changing. You've got equipment on your thigh. Jinger points his gun straight at Stelly. But I'm not afraid to ask you who you are. to this country. She had to admit she was a police officer. Arrest of criminal might The area has not been able to exchange anything. Gabriel came to take Stelly out for coffee. The old man said that the early 80s, the Department of Defense established a bank money laundering for criminals who have been caught. When the Swordfish campaign started in 1986, that bank's account had about $400 million. Now that number is closer to $10 billion. Gabriel's goal is to break into the bank, to steal this black money. Sedley said you had to have a computer system connect to the internal network of the state bank. It can be hacked. The old man turned his head just to the building across from the cafe. It turns out Gabriel already bought a small bank, so Sedley can hack comfortably. But you don't know that. Captain Robert is secretly following them. From a distance, the black man sees, in front of the old man's house, a group of people. He looks a lot like someone from the military. It's clearly mercenaries. They also found that there were 2 wires in the house. DSP is super wide and found a tremendous amount of energy. I don't know what Gabriel is going to do. Robert is sure the old man is having a conspiracy. But right now, Stelly's trying to crack the bank's encryption. I said when I went to college wrote an algorithm. Then hide it in the school's trading machine to get into the system at any time. Get this algorithm back. It's easy to crack the bank code. But right now, the senator's subordinates got photos that the FBI stealing Stelly and Gabriel. He hurriedly called Cho to cancel the plan, but Gabriel said that, I will definitely succeed. Then hang up. The senator saw that the old man was not listening. He ordered his subordinates to eliminate Gabriel. He aside, Sally's work all night has paid off. You wink. She danced and ran to the fridge to make a celebratory glass of wine. But inside was a frozen dead body. I panicked and ran off with my pants down. Sedley went to Gabriel to inform him of what had happened. The old man's face is butter. Take the supercar to take you for a walk around Sword Lake for cool. Gabriel was walking when he found out someone was watching him. That's the wrong hand sent by the senator. He told Stelly to drive, and he's got 2 guns standing up and shooting for the enemy. Sit still and beautiful. After shooting all Gabriel the bullets, told Stelly to stop the car and then gently mount the heavy gun from the trunk. Just like that. You drive the cars in the back. If you break the people inside, it's a hornet's nest. Solve the killers. Gabriel riding in a helicopter. He flew to the senator to check on his health. You have betrayed our ideals. Betrayed the American people. Finished talking. I gave the senator a marshmallow. Sweet always in place, and the name of his close associate. He was also bombed by Gabriel. Explode the firecracker. A few days later, Stanley handed over the plane. The strongest virus for the old Gabriel man. Did not swallow his words. Send the hacker $10 million immediately. The boss also said the reason. To steal $9.5 billion from Thai's future He'll crime use prevention. That money to hire someone to protect the American people. Those who dare to harm this country. Seen in Gabriel's inventory. It's all bombs and heavy weapons. Stella fears she'd be implicated in terrorism. You should run away from it. However, Gabriel did not let his pursuers pursue Stella him. Will have to come back. Sully went to his ex-wife's house to find the children, but in front of you is the body of her and her new husband. They were all killed by Gabriel. Holy, your daughter was kidnapped by him. Sully calls Robert in a panic. Gabriel wanted to rob the bank. The old man now has the attacker into the bank of the Department of Crime Prevention. He has taken a total of 22 hostages. Each hostage must wear 20 kilos of explosives and 15 ball bombs. If it explodes, it will be a terrible disaster. Outside the bank, Robert's got the SWAT surrounded. The snipers are on the roof, ready to wait for orders. Gabriel told Robert that, forget about rescuing the hostages. As long as they get out of the bank within a certain distance, the bomb will be automatically detonated. The police chief didn't believe it. He ordered his subordinates to kill the robber. Take the hostage away. The result was a horrific explosion. He killed 20 police officers on the spot. Not only that, the bombs are still flying far, causing many people to be seriously injured. Now no one's going anywhere near the bank. Gabriel raped Robert. Prepare yourself for a plane. Then bring Holy to Sully. Break the security lock. If successful, I'm going to split $4 billion into multiple to avoid police pursuit. For the sake of her daughter's life, Stelly was forced to follow. You've hacked almost $10 billion and split this money into different accounts. The old man also kept his promise to give his daughter back. I can't believe you two just came out the door. Gabriel discovered the money was gone. He immediately stopped Stelly. He immediately attacked a robber. Tell your daughter to run outside. Holy was protected by the FBI, but Gabriel threatened to hang Jinger if you don't pay the money back. Because I miss you, the drowned policeman. So Sully got the money back. But I just got the money. He shot and killed Jinger and said she was a cop. Even though it hurt, but Stanley couldn't do more. He and 21 hostages were captured. A reinforced car to get to the airport. The police were there to escort them. Gabriel asked Sally in the car, if you had to sacrifice one life to save 1,000 would you dare to trade? Kelly shook her head and said no more. Gabriel said he was willing to do that. Just withdrew. Then suddenly there's a transport helicopter flying the hostage away. Makes the police itchy. But the pilot must have made some banana seeds with vitamins. It's like flying a plane like a peanut. Shouted VA into the building and crashed into a billboard. Hostage to a robber who fell down. As a result, they both exploded. The following case. Everybody land. The roof of a tall building. There Gabriel had prepared another helicopter. He abandoned all the hostages and run to the helicopter to get the swallows out of there. Sally remembered this. In the passenger car marked Rocket 1 so rush inside. Then, give Gabriel one to eat in the Golden Spring. A few days later Captain Robert invites Sally to Gabriel's autopsy. They found out he was an Israeli commando. The police announced now, in the fight against crime, there is no name for Ginger, and her body wasn't at the scene. At the bank, Sally remembered what Gabriel had said to her. A magician can make an elephant disappear in front of us. You realize this body is the body in the refrigerator. The old man had found a dead man for himself. Ginger's not from the Bureau of Prevention. My too. She's just pretending to say that to get Stelly into a trap. It's all a perfect show to fool you. So Gabriel, I didn't get in the helicopter that silently moves downwards to leave the building. This is his great magic. However, Stelly didn't tell the police the truth. Because I understand that if you say Gabriel won't leave you and your daughter alone. Not long after him, he has an IQ of 300. Spent $10 billion to take out 3 terrorist They're wanted leaders. All over the world. Gabriel and Ginger have changed their appearance to avoid the police finding out. This movie is the end. Hello and see you all.